Okay, my other thermometer pooped to bed, so I got another one there. I usually buy a couple of these. The one that's on the right, I usually buy a couple of those when they're on sale for half price, and then go from there. Slept in a bit, then I was just having breakfast and getting a couple of things ready in the shop. But minus 21 outside, nice and warm inside the shop here, 19, 18. So I did clean up the shop a bit yesterday, last night, when I made some extra snares, but I didn't get a chance to skin the coyotes, but they weren't 100% ready yesterday, but today they are. And finally that bench, I can see it again. But basically what I do is move it from one spot to another and then cram it in corners. But a little cool. We're gonna put our trapping hat on there and keep our ears warm and head out there and hopefully have a good day. Plan today is to check the baits again, stock up what I can. I don't have a lot of bait with me. And then I'm gonna be doing a couple setups at a couple different spots. Find that I'm starting to spread myself too thin already, so the ones that are quiet, I might pull those instead of having to drive in 5-10 minutes and grab those. I'll just yank those ones out. There's a couple in mind. And then, yeah, keep up with the new baits, and lots of good sign there. And we'll catch you down the trail. One thing I did have to work on there is my pigtail came unplugged from my truck and then dragged down the road and buggered it all up, so I'll have to change that out there in the field today. Left her out in the one spot once I realized I had no lights. It was getting dark, so I'm gonna fix that today. Perfect day, nice and cool. But that'll probably be one of my last stops for today, or maybe I'll catch it tomorrow. But always something to fix. So we just rolled up to one of our newer spots. I haven't put any snares yet, and I followed in quite a few coyote tracks. They've been here since last night. Coyote tracks, raven tracks. They pulled some stuff into the bush over there, and they yarded the big pig half of it out there. So I'm gonna see what there is for tracks. I was hoping there's lots of wolves in the area, and haven't seen the tracks yet, but it smells pretty good over here. I got a stink pail over there, so that should carry this way into the big forest. And we're gonna go in and see what there is for tracks, and then we'll set minimum of 4 snares in here. And I'm gonna go check out the pig. So this is the first snare on this new property there. So I just got it tucked in the willows, nice and centered, blends in well. It's on a spot where this heavy trail comes in with this heavy trail, and they've snuck around there a little bit. These tracks look a little bit bigger, like a small wolf maybe, but there's one huge coyote in here. Like, his tracks are big, not quite the wolf size, but a big coyote. And I'm just gonna head this way here, do a loop around the bait and find a couple pinch points, and then drop off a little bit more bait until next time. Snare number 2 tucked in right there. The trail branches off. I'm just gonna put 2 sticks there or something to lean, just so they don't kick off that way, but they go that way. Okay, got the ribbon up. Minus 22, and it seems warmer than it did the other day. I'm just trapping a hoodie and my plaid coat, my other coat. Decided to leave it in the truck as a backup, but I think it's keeping my head warm is the secret here. Fingers are a little chilly, but got to get used to it, right? Hopefully this cold weather stays, but it doesn't look like it. It's supposed to warm up here through the week to the lows of -5, -6 in there, or the highs, sorry. But lows cool off a bit at night. Anyways, I'm going to keep carrying on. Catch you at the next set. So we got the ribbon there. Another nicely tucked in snare. Good pinch spot. And then we're going to carry on. One more snare to put in over here. And then we're off. These poor coyotes aren't going to know what hit them. Okay, our last one there. It's tucked in. You can just see the outline there. and snares out in the middle. And it is a little colder than I thought. My fingers are getting numb. But I'm just gonna walk this trail out here and hop in the truck and take off to the next spot. Next spot is gonna be where I chase those coyotes off the field. So we'll see what kind of tracks there is there. Another heavy trail here I could have set up, but time's a wasting. The wind's picking up a little bit. I think that's what's got my fingers burning. But anyways, we pounded in 4 quick snares, and on my way out when I was driving, I have to drive out, I don't know, not even a third of a mile, and a nice young pale coyote was just coming down my truck tracks. I just scared him off into the bush. So that's nice. I'm gonna have to come out and try and do some coyote calling. I'm gonna have to invite some friends out, and I know a couple good spots, so it'll be fun to go for a day, get some spots. Off to the next bait here. It's about 10 minutes away, 10-15 minutes away, and time is 9:27, and we just hit the first bait of the day, leaving the shop when we did. It's a little bit ways out there, but I'm alternating where I start and stop my runs. Some days I'll start at this far end, and then other times I start closer to home, and then I just end it here or end it over closer to home. But I wanted to get to this spot here first thing in the morning and check these other 2, because they are a little bit, or other 3 spots that are a little bit further away from home. So that way if something happens or I run short of time, I'm closer to home and I can catch this tomorrow morning or later that day. I do have a Christmas party to go to tonight for the fire hall, so it's gonna put a little time crunch on me, and I'm gonna pound out those coyotes, and now I'm just talking to myself and yapping. But all right, we'll see you at the next bait. Okay, there wasn't much for tracks driving in, just one set of fresh tracks, but I did have a snare here. Just looking in the bush. We got a little head poking at us. Looks like not a bad coyote. Nice fluffy snow. Well, maybe he's a little open in his neck, or it just could be the way the snare is. We'll have to yard him out and take a look at that. But got a couple other snares in here. We'll go check them out and then come back and remake it. So one fresh coyote track coming here, stops and goes that way. All right, one down. Snare number 2. Looks like we got ourselves another one. Another coyote came to check him out. So the other one I did pull it out and remade it. It's got the mites. This one here is not too bad. Decent color, pretty big dog. And there's 3 more snares over that way. This one here is where we caught, there's that other mangy one. They're not forest friendly. They're hard to carry through the bush like this. They hang up on everything. But that other ribbon just up here is where I caught the first coyote here, just playing around. But pinch spot is right here. I'm gonna reset that and carry on. It's a nice big one. Got the other 2 coyotes to the shot, or to the truck. Following some coyote tracks in. Oh darn. They turned off the last second there. So I had a catch there. That one fell over. A catch on the night shift, or night check. And this one there, looks like the grass fell in a little bit. And something happened up here. I'll have to take a look and see what it is. See what's going on. So I'll fix this one up. So just 2 coyotes here, one pooper, and the other one was super duper. Okay, well, I'll walk these out and fix them up, and I'll catch you at the next set. Okay, I had something here. Not sure if it was a foot catch or something, but the fresh coyote came to check things out. And this is where he turned off, so maybe I'll put a snare there on my way out. And just see if we can pick him up. And this one here is hard to tell what happened. Looks like it got caught, went around this tree a little bit, and then buggered off. We'll see what we can see on the way out, but I'll update you once we get to the other bait. So it looks like what happened here is the cable twisted up around the end there, and then left a little bit of space there for them to chew out. So when you're making your snares, make sure your spacer isn't too high. I think that's caused that we had some that were made and the spacer's too high and they don't fire right away. And the animal has a chance to flip around a little bit and causes some grief. So keep that little loop nice and tight to your washer and stuff like that. I think that's what's happened there. I had it happen a couple times and I noticed it's always these snares. So don't make your little bump too high, just enough that your washer fits there nice and comfortable. So this is the truck trail. This is where the coyote jumps off. So that's right where I'm going to put the snare. I might go in a little bit instead of right on the trail here. But just the next little tree in. Looks like a good spot. All right. We'll show you once it's done. The coyote running across the field, and a big mule deer buck just walking here. I've seen his tracks, his feet dragging. But oh, that looks like a big buck. Oh, there goes another coyote from the bait. I don't like to see the coyotes running. This mule deer here does not let me get a good look at him, but he's a 6x5 for sure. Couldn't tell what else he had, but next year he'll be a cranker. Well, we're in the bait here. This must be those coyote tracks. We're looking for the meal truck, and it just arrived, but they ran away. Speaking of meal trucks, I'm a little hungry. I forgot my lunch there. Just walking in here. Looks like that snare is still good there. I'll check the couple other snares and see what's going on, and I'll dump these guys off some groceries so they come back. She's ice underneath this fresh snow. Well, we're at another bait here. This is the one that I'm thinking about pulling, and I might just dump off my eating coyotes here from now on and just keep the birds happy here. There's another bait I have not too far from here, but the coyotes don't like this spot anymore. It's been kind of a pooper for the past couple years. Maybe we'll give it a break for a few years and go from there. But there's 2 snares in here just playing around, and we'll see what's going on. Oh, we're at one of the spots here I picked for a new bait. I know the wolves go through, and there's quite a few coyotes in the area, and the wind kind of just blows from my back this way. And I got my pigs in here. Nothing's really touched, just the birds. So I'm gonna chuck a pail, a stink pail I call it. It's rotten down beaver or scrapings or whatever I stick in there at the time for a couple years, and that helps get things coming in here. So I'll put that in today, and I'll come check this tomorrow and see if it changes anything. But yeah, it's a nice tight area, nice and dirty. Further to the east there, I seen wolf tracks. I think I showed you that, or you'll see that in one of the videos here. But all right, I'm gonna put the stink pail here and carry on. So it's just me walking back after checking out a bait here. I dumped a deer here earlier, and they got that all licked up. And since the fresh snow, can't see any tracks. But I did have 2 snares bumped from one was definitely a coyote and the other one was a rabbit, looks like, snuck through. But yeah, so another empty bait here. Not a big deal. It's a beautiful day to be out in the bush. I got some hides I picked up there along the side of the road, so I'll dump these here and call her good. But we'll see you at the next set. Okay, we're rushing around a little bit now. Got to get back and do some skinning. I think I'm going to skip a couple baits today. We'll see. And maybe just do them tomorrow morning and rebait them. But this one here needs bait. With the cold temps, everything's froze solid in the back of the truck. I just did pick up a mule deer doe side of the road. The other day someone texted me there was a dead deer in the ditch, and then not even an hour later I was going by, it was gone. And that's happened a few times. So, stiff competition here. Okay, so that was a stinker of a check, nothing there. Just one snare bumped. It's because there's no baits here. And yeah, gotta line that up. Like I said, the truck's full of bait, but it's froze solid. And then I did pick up a mule deer, but I have that in mind for another spot that I want to get going. But all right, well, I'll keep you posted. A little frosty today. Don't want to be setting sets in the dark and checking stuff later, but tomorrow's a new day. Maybe elk hunt in the morning and a couple of bait checks. I think I can squeeze the other ones in. I got stuff to do tonight, so I'm rushing real quick there. Catch ya. All right, so I was able to get everything I wanted to get checked today, and I want to set this place up, but all the snow's covered up all the tracks, and all the trees that blew down through the summer is crazy. It really changed how everything is set up in here. Like I got a couple of ribbons over here, but the trees had fallen over and blocked the trails off, so I got to see where the coyotes are going to go. I was able to pick up a roadkill mule deer doe here, so hopefully that brings them in, and I'll come and check this out here maybe tomorrow or in a couple days. But yeah, she's slow going on the coyotes today, but not much moving anywhere. I've not seen tracks anywhere. So wind's starting to pick up again, snow's starting to come back, so we'll see how all this shakes out. But I'm gonna go home, skin those coyotes, and then off to a Christmas party kind of thing. Not allowed to have Christmas parties anymore, so it's a get together or something. Who knows? We got all the permissions. Catch you at the next set.